It's Eric Nagel. Follow the show on all social medias at It's Eric Nagel for ways to watch or listen to the show, both live and on demand. Go to itsericnagel.com. We're back with more It's Eric Nagel.
Segment 2 of the show. Eric and Jordan here with you. Talk about television, movies, streaming updates, all the things that are fit to print, and things that we are also enjoying on our own. We give you our advice and our suggestions on those things. I want to point out something real quick. Came across a couple of snacks that I need to tell you about real fast.
Thanks. Oh, they're so good.
Orange cream. This is the summer of orange cream stuff. So
Yeah.
orange cream glazed donut holes from Entenmann's. Oh my God, they should not be as good as they are. They're fantastic.
That's
If you live in an area of the country that actually provides Entenmann's products, go out and find it because they won't be out that much longer. Like I recommended, the orange creamsicle Captain Crunch.
I've had a lot of people reach out to me saying they went and got it after you said it, and they're like, yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I have a friend from college who, I guess like a year ago, fancies himself a cereal expert, so he posts his cereal reviews on his Facebook
Serial
page.
killer.
Where, do you see the guy?
No.
That's what he calls it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because
I just thought he was burying co-eds in the woods.
No. Now I got to show you his nonsense.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, he does this thing where it's like serial killer, and he tells you about he gets.
Oh my God.
He gets cereals and tells you about what thoughts on what to avoid and what have all this stuff here. Yeah, hashtag serial killer.
Oh my God.
As a certified serial killer, I already hate him already. And I've known the guy since I was 18. I know I've been neglecting making my review. For that, I am truly sorry. For the latest review, don't mind me as I am truly holding back, throwing up in my mouth a little bit. Captain Crunch is in a normal setting is a solid cereal, but oh my God, the orange creamsicle iteration of it is an utter abomination. I'll be honest in saying, when you have to say I'll be honest, you're not being honest. In saying that I am not a fan of orange creamsicle as is, that's the problem. He's un-American. He's a fucking communist. But mix this with the mouth-ripping Captain Crunch and you have vomit-inducing cereal. He didn't try it because I told you for a fact it's way smaller than regular Captain Crunch, and it doesn't have the coarse texture that would rip up your mouth. I don't think Captain Crunch has had that coarse texture in well over a decade because it's much smaller than it used to be. So I don't think he even tried the fucking thing. I think he took a photo of it and just said he had it. One bowl was consumed, okay, and the rest was thrown to the wild turkeys that roam my backyard. I'm hoping they don't try to bring it back. This gets a 2 out of 10 on my cereal scale. And I was just sitting there looking at this, just shaking my head. And I wrote to him and I said, his name, I go, you couldn't be more wrong about almost every single detail of this review. And he goes, no, you're wrong. I stand by that. I go, everything in your life is wrong. And this is the hill you're going to die on. He has not written me back. But
everybody that I've talked to that has gotten that has said they've enjoyed it.
Yeah. When have I ever talked about Captain Crunch? Never. But that one was fantastic. Yeah, Jared said even modern Captain Crunch sucks now. Yeah, because they change everything. They shrink it down. They change the recipes. And it's terrible. But anyway, the creamsicle, Entenmann's donut hole, definitely get them. Second thing, do you know of Brookside? Have you ever heard of them?
I think I heard of them.
They make dark chocolate covered fruit products.
Okay.
So I get their bags of, they do a dark chocolate blueberry, they do a raspberry, they do a pomegranate one. Pomegranate's okay, but I like the blueberry and the raspberry ones. The other day, something new on the shelves. Look at this.
Oh, I've seen those at Target.
Yeah, that's where you get them.
Good.
These are amazing.
That sounds good.
If you love cherry flavored anything, even if you like the chocolate covered cherries, I know people like the Queen Anne's ones. I like the Cellos. The Cello
I was
one's
into
the best.
Queen Anne's until you told me to start eating Cellos, and Cellos definitely is a lot better.
This Morello cherry dark chocolate flavored from Brookside. I bought 5 bags of these things.
Sounds really good.
It's so good. I was surprised how fantastic these were. So please go.
You know what they brought back that I just saw in the store finally yesterday?
What?
Blueberry pie Oreos.
Oh yeah, I saw that was coming out.
Yeah.
We tried the Selena Gomez Oreos. They weren't bad.
I like them.
They were okay.
I think I like the Post Malone ones better, but the other ones are fine. They're like cinnamon and like Mexican hot chocolate. They're good, but I definitely like the Post Malone ones better.
All right. Well, that's just a little update there for you to enjoy those things. Moving on to things that we're watching. Jordan, what have you been watching?
First thing I'm going to go is I saw Karate Kid Legends, the Ralph Macchio and I don't know, whoever the new kid they decided to get in it.
But it's Jackie Chan as Pat.
Jackie Chan is in it. So they're kind of bridging the gap between the originals and the Abomination Jaden Smith one.
So how did they explain Jackie Chan as Mr. Miyagi?
Okay, so there is a scene, I believe, in the first Karate Kid, and this is how they start the movie. They do a flashback. They show scenes from the first Karate Kid, and it was the story that Mr. Miyagi was telling about one of the earlier Miyagi clan guys that got real drunk on a boat with sake and sailed accidentally to the coast of China. Mm-hmm. And then they either got AI to do it or some kind of voiceover, and they morphed the rest of the story into he stayed in China for a while and met the Han clan, and that's Jackie Chan's family. So Miyagi clan, Han clan, both together, learning karate, learning kung fu, and sharing their lives throughout history. So like, okay, I get it. It's not the most egregious way to bring that around.
Right.
The problem with this movie is that it's incredibly boring. Like, there is nothing interesting about the story. I don't care about this kid. It's filmed for people who are into YouTube clips. Like, they do at some point they're doing graphics like it's so-and-so versus this. And then like the graphics are coming up saying this guy versus this guy. It's very video gamey, but not in a fun way. And it's kind of boring. I don't feel like there's any stakes involved. The main bad guy antagonist is very generic. I don't even remember the guy's name in the movie. Like, it's so dumb. And it's like it takes place in New York, and it's like the big fight at the end is the 5 boroughs fight, and they've got generic weird guy names coming in to fight, and they're on top of a skyscraper in New York, and it's so stupid. And it's like, it's a pointless movie. Like, there was nothing special about it. And I just it's hard to say that it's even that great. Now, it's better than the Hilary Swank version. But it's just not fun. Like, it's just not a fun movie. And I wanted it to be fun. Josh Jackson's in it randomly. He plays like a pizza guy who, the main protagonist, Lee, starting to hook up with the daughter, and he's like the guy, and he's like an ex-boxer, and he stopped boxing because of the girl was born, and now he owes money to the mob because like it's so convoluted about how the progression of the story needs to be. And at one point, like, you find out the main character's brother died because he was a fighter, and the mom doesn't want him to fight. It's a lot of tropey, stupid shit that literally could have just probably been shoehorned into the TV show Cobra Kai. Right. And it would have been fine. And even at the end, you get like a weird cameo from Johnny going, we should open up a pizza place and we'll call it Miyagi Dough. And then Daniel's like, that's disrespectful. And he just keeps coming up with taglines. I'm like, this is stupid. This was very stupid.
I never bothered to finish the last season of
I didn't
Cobra
either.
Kai.
I have to, but
I don't know if I even have to. I got to the point.
I got bored.
Yeah.
So
I got to the point I was like, yeah, I don't really care about any of this shit anymore.
Yeah. So then I took the kids to go see a movie on Tuesday with like $5 movie night. And like I said, it was every movie. So we got to pick, and we went and saw the live action remake of How to Train Your Dragon. And when I tell you that Disney has fucked up so much shit with their live action remakes, it was such a breath of fresh air to see a live action remake of an existing property be really, really good. Like, this was fun. Like, the kids and I were having a great time. It's 2 hours long. My boy sat there the whole time eating his weight in popcorn because it was unlimited popcorn. And when the movie credits hit, he goes, post credit scene. I was like, yeah. He goes, but I have time. Yeah. Bolted out because he drank so much water, but he was holding it because the movie was so good. He didn't want to get up during the movie.
Right.
It's almost like it was a just shot for shot remake, but live action of the cartoon. The lines, some of the lines were the same. It's like they just took the script and said, let's just redo this. And it worked. Like, it worked really well. The main guy who plays Hiccup, he was really good. I know there was a lot of issues with casting a black actress to be the Viking girl, the blonde girl, but they explained it very well. They're like, well, this clan is made up of people that were displaced from dragons all over the world, and we've come together in this one place to be this clan. And it was awesome. It was really good. Gerard Butler plays his character from the cartoon, so they bulked him up a bit in a fat suit, and he's just it was really, really good. Very, very impressed with that. So,
that's great.
I know. And it was like, you get Disney doing all these movies like, Snow White and all these things. And you're like, they're dumb. They're not fun. They lose the what made the cartoons whimsical and fun. It's
right.
Like they strip all that out and then they put it on screen and it's not fun anymore. This, like I said, was almost just the exact same movie. It was done with real actors. The CGI, the dragons looked really good. Everything was great. Like, they didn't change anything, and it worked. And it was really, really fun. So I highly, seriously recommend How to Train Your Dragon live action. They're getting a sequel, which is good. The kids loved it. I enjoyed it. It's a good movie for everybody, really. I liked it. And then I watched Superman.
How was it?
I didn't hate it, but I don't like it. And the reason I don't like it, because it's incredibly boring. Like, there's nothing there's nothing fun about it. The guy playing Superman is fine. Like, he's playing like a very young, like, still making mistakes kind of Superman, very grounded. But the problem is, it's like, there's nothing to draw me into what's going on in the movie. They've changed a couple things where, the message from Superman's Kryptonian parents feels a little bit different than, the original and the history of Superman.
I gotta say, I'm not going to the movies this weekend, but I've been avoiding a lot of the stuff for it. Mm-hmm. But sometimes shit gets shown up in your timeline.
Yeah.
And something was, I guess, spoiled for me as I was researching it. And yeah, I don't like this change that they made in the Superman movie. I did not know this until today.
Well, and the thing is, like, Lex Luthor was fine. He was good in this movie.
I heard good things.
He's a dick. He literally kills a man on screen. Like, he's an asshole. The problem with this is that, James Gunn is so used to making these types of movies. Like, you saw Guardians of the Galaxy, you were able to take characters that no one really cared about, but then you gave them something that you cared about these people.
Right.
That whether through, their journey or something bad happened or comedy or something like that. And I feel like he whitewashed this and made it where he throws in jokes, but none of them hit. They're not that funny.
I heard that too, that the humor was too, there was too much of it, and it wasn't
funny.
Yeah, it was more quantity than quality.
Giddles was going to go see it today. He ended up not, but when I was messaging him earlier, and I was like, the problem with this movie is it's called Superman, and the best part of this movie for me was Mr. Terrific.
That I've heard that too. People liked him a lot.
He was really good. Like, his character was really good. I didn't care one way or the other for Guy Gardner, like Nathan Fillion's Green Lantern take. He was kind of funny, but the other problem is a lot of the way this movie feels is that if you watch the trailers, you kind of get what the movie's going to be about. There's really no surprises. There's nothing that draws you in. There's one later on kind of twist, but you knew it was really coming. Like, you weren't impressed by it. Like, I wasn't super impressed by it. And going into it, I'm not a Superman fan. I think the character is very one-sided. I feel it's very boring. And it's just like, I feel like he threw a lot into this movie. Like, there's characters like Metamorpho who's no one cares about Metamorpho. But the reason you have to have him in there is because he can create elements, which means guess what? He's the reason why you got some kryptonite. You know what I mean? Like there's just so much shit in here, but none of it's good. Like,
I saw people saying that they liked the characters around Superman and would like to see them do their own thing away from Superman.
I would watch a movie about Mr. Terrific. Now, I watched a lot of The Flash on the WB, CW, whatever you want to call it, and Arrow. So I knew of the character Mr. Terrific. Later on, you see him in the show, and it's interesting. This version of Mr. Terrific was very fun. Like, he was very good. He's very emotionless.
I have no idea who Mr. Terrific is. I don't know that many characters in the DC world like that.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. And it's like, well, there's this one part where Hawk Girl's flying through a building, but she's screaming like a hawk. She's like, and I'm just like, that's kind of dumb. Like, she's not a real hawk. Like, what are you doing? Like, I just feel like it feels very lackluster. Like it's very vanilla way to get people to care about DC again. And it just, I don't care. I really don't. Like, there's just nothing about it. Crypto's fine. It's the stupid dog. Like, who cares? He's kind of a dick.
Would put in chat saying, how many Superman shows and movies do we need? The one with Henry Cavill isn't even that old. It's not a matter. It's not a matter of that. It was when Marvel started figuring out how to do their MCU stuff, and like everything has to lead to something else. This because that, and this because that, but then this. Everything has to be connected. DC showed up a little later after Marvel started laying out how they were going to do their phases and what have you. Mm-hmm. DC wanted to do, they didn't do like what they're calling the DCU now. They had the DCEU, which was the entertainment universe. They didn't want to bother to connect everything. Well, the TV shows will be separate from the movies, which will be separate from the comic books. They like, well, everything will exist on its own. And then realized
the service too, because Grant Gustin's Flash was so much better than whatever
it caused so much confusion. And then eventually it killed off the CW's DC universe because the writing sucked. Everything got really lazy and terrible and repeated over and over. And people just started, once Arrow was done, everybody started falling off everything else. They gave up.
Supergirl was actually really enjoyable. And for me, like, I, again, don't really care for Superman and the characters, but I enjoyed Supergirl. I ended up watching Superman and Lois because they were tied into all that universe that made me care about characters.
But Supergirl, they was a CBS show and had nothing to do with the CW world. Constantine was an NBC show that had nothing to do with the CW world. Then when those shows flopped on the major networks, they had to like, well, fuck, we still have to pay for this stuff. How do we bring them into here? And then started making the multiverse stuff for DC and how Constantine came in. And then they neutered Constantine by putting him in the Legends of whatever.
Legends of Tomorrow.
Of Tomorrow and all that stuff. The only thing DC got right out of all of this was their animated movies.
Oh, I love them.
Their animated movies were consistent or standalone stories when they needed to be. Like Gaslamp, what was it? Gotham by Gaslamp.
Gotham by Gaslamp
is fantastic. It's just Batman in like the 1890s or something.
Yeah, it's like
that.
Fucking Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, like, and it makes sense. These one-off stories as movies made sense. There's other stuff.
There's a new one that called Batman Ninja versus the Yakuza.
I sent you. You know what? I realized I took a screenshot of that the other day and I was sending him like, did you see this yet? And I realized it never sent. It was
every time one comes up, we both send them back and forth to each other. It's crazy.
It's on the front page of HBO Max if you want to go and check that out. But yeah, the DC animated movies were good. They were consistent. Justice League Dark is one of my favorite series that they've done with 1 and 2 and then leading into Constantine's City of Demons. I love the Constantine stuff. It was all fantastic. The reason why, back to Superman here, is they're doing it again. The DCEU was a complete failure. The Zack Snyder stuff. They found out Zack Snyder was spam botting a lot of that shit. He had people doing that to force his hand through Warner Brothers. Put out that extended version, the black and white thing, all that shit during the pandemic.
For free. I'm like, what are you doing?
And that continued to fail. Everything they did is failing. Everything Warner Brothers does is they're like the worst company out there right now. It's just nonstop failures. They had to do a clean slate with all of this shit. With a few exceptions, they came out and they brought James Gunn in, and they're like, all right, we're going to start all over, and because it's too big a property to fail. Mm-hmm. And it was failing. So they brought him in to let's reset it. Let's do it from the beginning. Just like Marvel had Iron Man kick everything off for this MCU. We're going to do it with Superman.
Right.
Well, I don't know how this is going to go going forward, because a bunch of the plans that they laid out at the beginning, some of that shit got canceled already or scrapped. They're not doing some of those ideas. The other properties that came out were all failures. Blue Beetle, that was leading up to James Gunn's takeover, but Blue Beetle,
I was going to say that was right before.
Was a failure. The Wonder Woman sequel was a failure.
They got rid of all.
Shazam's sequel was a failure.
So bad.
Black Adam was a colossal failure. Peacemaker. They said
that was good.
They said it's a failure, but it was a TV series, and it was the only thing getting positive attention.
Well, it's the only thing from that prior regime that's coming back.
Yeah,
we're getting another season.
Well, that and the Robert Pattinson's Batman, which is not part of this world, but whatever. They're trying to do what they can. I hope. Look, I've never been a Superman fan. I always found him boring. I liked the Christopher Reeves movies. 1 and 2 were great. 3 and 4 were shit. But Superman was overpowered, boring, whatever. They leaned into the Zack Snyder stuff where it's like, well, Superman's a dick. Superman's moody. Superman doesn't save everybody. Superman can be violent. And I enjoyed some of that for a while, but I'm like, it wasn't growing in the right way. You killed him off, and then most of it was just, he came back from the dead and he's emo now. Like he was just miserable and couldn't figure, like was lingering through the whole thing. There was nothing evolving past that point, and that's why all that shit was failing. Here, now, unlike a lot of other heroes, people want to see Superman save people. People want to see Superman do the right thing and be kind and save animals, save kids, they want to see that out of him. You don't want to see that out of a lot of other. You don't want to see Batman do it. You want to see Batman foil an explosion. Everybody got out of the building before it exploded, or foil the Riddler's, going on a fucking serial killer spree or something like that. They like to see that the villains get caught. They don't care about the people who died. Only in Superman do they give a shit about people being saved. That's what they're trying to do with this.
Now, this is not. I'm not going to say this is a bad movie, because this will appeal to a lot of people.
It doesn't seem to be a bad movie. It just seems kind of meh.
But that's my problem, is that there's been so much comic book movies, is that I feel like the story has been told.
Right.
The whole kind of impetus of this movie is that Lex Luthor doesn't like Superman because he doesn't like foreigners. That's the biggest. Like, he doesn't like the aliens. So he's engineering to try to take him down. He gets everybody against him, and he's the whole idea is that you shouldn't be meddling in foreign affairs. Did you get approval from the government to do this? You're this and this and this. And I'm sitting there going, oh, I saw this movie. It was Winter Soldier and Civil War. Like, I've seen these beats, so nothing seemed new to me. Now it's a brighter, shinier version of Superman. It's more comic book accessible, so it's not that dark Zack Snyder stuff. Mm-hmm. But I didn't feel like there was too many stakes involved to care enough about the story. Like I said, some of the surrounding characters were interesting.
Somebody told me that the pacing is way off for this movie, and it's not because it's slow or it's too fast. It's too constant. Everything is moving too. It's like you
don't have enough time to focus.
It's like you're on an amusement park ride, and they got to get it done within 2 minutes. So you're moving that fast. They said it's definitely paced or designed for a younger generation, like a Gen Z 100%. Generation. So because they're not going to sit there and focus on a dialogue story. Or more cerebral thing where it takes a while to draw out. They were going the other route. It's like, it's got to be this. All right, he just saved this thing here, but now he's got to go over there. Now Luthor's over at the Fortress of Solitude. The Crypto's helping him over. Like, everything is constantly moving. There's no downtime. and all that.
It's funny. The big trailer that everyone saw where he's like hurt and he's like calling Krypto over to help him. That's within the first 3 seconds of the movie. That's the beginning of the movie.
Somebody told me too that like if you saw I haven't seen all the trailers. I saw one.
He goes, seen the movie.
Well, no, they said you saw almost the first half of the movie. If you've seen all the trailers, it's all there.
100%. So I'd say if you want a good summer movie, it's fine. I don't care enough about the characters.
Gotcha.
I just don't.
Yeah, it's weird when you care less about the character whose movie it's about.
Again, one of my favorite parts of the movie, and this is a clip I think that's actually out there. Mr. Terrific, him and Lois are going to go save Superman. Something's going on, and they go out. He goes, we'll take my ride." It's like this flying bubble thing. And they go out and he hits a button and this garage door starts going up, but very slowly. And she goes, "So you've built like a flying machine, you do all this stuff, but you couldn't do a better garage door?" He's like, "I'm working on it." And it's just a minute of just watching this slow garage door. Like, that's as funny as it gets. There's no humor to this. There's no heart. I don't feel like there was a lot to it. Well, it'll make money. Everyone wants to love it. And it's getting high reviews. I just was bored.
Well, I did see some things show up online where they're showing how most of the positive reviews were all cut and paste, same lines. It's a breath of fresh air. It's beautifully the comic book. What was the term? The characters were beautifully. It was something like the term "beautiful" was used all the time. Right. A large coming to life off the screen comic. It was all the same verbiage that all these people who got the special early screenings. It was almost all exactly the same.
You know why? Everybody. Because this movie is a complete polar opposite of what Zack Snyder gave us. Like we all love Henry Cavill, but none of us liked the movies per se. So like when we see something vibrant and bright. Sure, it's great.
I want to point out, people are not disliking this guy, David Cornsweet.
Cornsweet, yeah.
Terrible, he was nice. Terrible last name. He should have picked a stage name. But nobody's knocking this guy.
No.
They think he's a good Superman. They think some people have problems with the costume. They're not fully. There's certain parts of it that people don't care about, but like they don't hate him. They think he really does embody Superman. They just think he needs something better writing, better project for him
something better to do.
Yeah, he would be a good Superman. He's just in the wrong thing right now.
You know what's funny? It's like the one thing like I really hated in this movie was his parents. Like not the Kryptonian ones, like his Kansas adoptive parents.
Can I tell you something about them?
Movie at all.
Can I tell you something about them?
What?
You know how they modeled those parents?
Huh.
There's a video you can go watch. Do you know the Howard Stern show? There's a guy on there, Richard Christie. He's from Kansas. He talks like this, and they all have.
Oh, it's very generic Kansas. I lived in Kansas.
They hired Richard Christie's parents to call and leave a slew of voice messages for like a week or something, and just speak about whatever they wanted to until the message hung up. And they just had to keep doing that over and over. And those audio recordings are what the actors that are playing his parents are modeled off of Richard Christie's bumpkin parents in Kansas.
Yeah. There's a part where like he's talking to his mom on the phone and she's got the phone on the table on speaker and she's like, "Hey, Clark, I just wanted to say that," like she's doing that very, very Kansas-y accent. And I said, I've lived in Kansas. I know what it sounds like. But I just felt like they were trying too hard to be kind of bumpkins. Yeah. It's like, "Oh, don't eat the cow."
But they hired Richard Christie's parents.
That's funny.
To send voicemails to these actors. And that's how they modeled the characters on there. And I'm told there's only like 2 quick scenes and you don't see their parents again.
Yeah, I was going to say the trailers give away all the big action pieces. Like you've seen them. Like there's nothing really new. There's a couple little things that are kind of surprises, but they're telegraphed. Like you kind of know they're coming.
Right.
And then it's starting to wear thin the amount of friends he keeps bringing into these movies. Like, his Kryptonian dad is played by Bradley Cooper. I was like, "Oh, great. He's Rocket. Great." His brother does show up kind of in there. The girl who plays Kat, who was the main person in Supergirl. So
you're telling me James Gunn is turning it into like a Kevin Smith universe.
It kind of feels that way. Yeah. Like anytime James Gunn does a movie, all his friends are going to be there. Like, I don't mind Fillion. I love Nathan Fillion. Guy Gardner is kind of a
I heard
dumbass
great things
character,
about
but
his about his version of
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern, yeah.
He's fun. The Justice Gang is hilarious because he wants it to be Justice Gang, and everyone's like, "Well, I didn't vote on that." Like, they don't want it to be Justice Gang, but he's the leader of the Justice Gang. And there's a fun bit where it's like, when he disagrees with something, he's like, "Well, I took an oath," and he's like, "That wasn't in the oath." Well, it was implied. Like, he just doesn't want to do something. He says he took a Green Lantern oath that prevents him from doing something. They're fun. Like, the side characters are really fun. Like I said, Mr. Terrific, aside from a dumb name, which they allude to, he was an interesting character. I want more of him. I can care less about Superman. Like, it's just so weird. Because this is a Superman movie, and they've done an ensemble piece where everyone else is way more interesting. Like, I liked Lex Luthor. I would like to see him be the villain of something bigger. It just feels like a second movie of a trilogy that we never saw the first movie of.
I don't think we've had a good Lex Luthor since what's his name? Rosenberg or whatever from Smallville.
Smallville? He was pretty good.
Like, I thought he was great as Lex Luthor. I hated Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman was just comic
because he had the curly hair and everything. Like, there was he wasn't Lex Luthor. I don't know why he was there, but he wasn't good.
This is Tessmacher.
I liked the tonality of Kevin Spacey's Luthor in the one with Brandon. What's his name? Brandon Routh. Superman. I liked him. The tone. Mm-hmm. I didn't think he fit Lex as the look, but the tone. This guy could be the both. Like the marriage of both of them.
He's like saying like, oh, I didn't like so-and-so's Batman, but I liked his version of Bruce Wayne. And you get those Batman. He is a great Lex Luthor. Like, he's calculated. He knows, he's like studied Superman. So like, he's telling people how to fight him. He's like telling you like, this is what you do. This is what you do in real time. So like, people are countering him in fights. He's very calculated. He's mean. Like, he is mean. Like, he's created a pocket universe to put his ex-girlfriends in because he doesn't like the fact that they broke up with him. Like, he's a fucking asshole. Like, he's good. The problem is just the movie isn't.
I will say this. I like Giancarlo Esposito's Lex Luthor in the Harley Quinn show, the animated show. He's hilarious in that show. He's got the voice. He's got the tone. He's he's really good as a Lex Luthor for that. All right. I'll have to go and see that movie. I do want to see it.
Again, not a terrible movie, but it's not going to change your life. Like, you're not going to be like, I can't believe I finally got to see everything I wanted in a Superman movie.
Right.
No, it's not. It's not. It's just, it's filler movie. Give me the next thing, which they kind of show at the end of it with Krypto and a cameo that shows up. Like, they're building to bigger things. It's just kind of...
All right, catching up on the chat before I get to the stuff I was watching. Jared saying Constantine was good. I love Constantine. I love Matt Ryan as Constantine more. I know they're making another movie with Keanu Reeves. I like Matt Ryan. I like Matt Ryan as Constantine more than Keanu Reeves as Constantine. It's a shame they should make a new movie with him as Constantine. Like, he is the character.
I agree.
Casey saying the Nolan Batman films were good. Yes, they were standalone though.
The first two were good. The third movie was garbage.
It lumps in being okay. It's like the original Star Wars trilogy. One's a clunker and two are okay. They weren't part of the DCEU. They were before all of that came about. So they were fantastic on their own.
Yeah, they were on this little side thing. Yeah.
Jen Doof saying Samurai Batman.
So good.
Again,
like, I love all those movies.
Yeah,
I think I have a 10-year anniversary like Blu-ray set of all the cartoons that they did for a while.
Right. Woodput saying Blue Beetle look kind of cool. Ban him, kick him out of the chat. That's not. It's terrible. I saw that in the theater. I saw about 20-25 minutes of it. And I go, this is when I saw the suit with the sword. I was like, oh, this thing.
It was Mexican Iron Man, and it was not good.
No, it wasn't good at all. It was terrible. Was there anything else here? He's like, I prefer Superman to Batman. I love the story. I know there's a lot of people that grew up loving Superman. I just don't think, as far as the movies go, that there was ever anything good for Superman. Even in the cartoon movies that are also fantastic, he's the least enjoyable out of everybody else involved.
Yeah.
He's there. It's like, all right, he has to be the tent pin, if you will, for everything else to happen around him. But it's like, all right, he's faster than the Flash. He's stronger than this. Oh, he can outswim Aquaman. He can do it. It's like, all right, what can't he do unless magic or another mysterious color of the planet shows up? What can he?
Oh no, there's a red sun now.
Yeah.
He has no powers whatsoever.
So dumb. So dumb.
Yeah.
For me, because we haven't even gotten to what's coming out yet, but for me, what I watched is I went and watched Heads of State with John Cena and Idris Elba. Wasn't bad.
I want to watch it still.
It did have a very made-for-TV movie feel, but it was pretty good. Like, there's a couple of lines that I'm going to pull for production for this show. Like, how we rotate the closers every week for there. There's a couple of things that I wanted to pull. It was fun. One of the secret agents in a CIA hideout is the boyfriend from The Boys. Starlight's boyfriend.
Okay.
The curly-haired guy. I can't remember the actor's name, but he's
oh God, what's his face?
But he plays the guy who's running a secret CIA hideout.
I saw that in the trailer.
And he's pretty fucking bad at, like, he's just looks like this geeky tech guy until shit goes down. And then he goes, okay, and then he's flipping switches. He's got all this training that nobody knew about. Nobody knew this thing existed. Like, he was surprisingly really good.
It's Jack Quaid. He was in Companion, which was really good, and Novocaine.
See, Dennis Quaid's son?
Dennis Quaid's son, yeah.
Okay.
Meg Ryan's son. Like, could you imagine? Like, those are your
parents? Anyway, he's great in Heads of State. Idris Elba is fantastic in there. Cena. What I like about Cena is that he's Cena in everything. No matter what character he plays. Like, it took a little while for Ryan Reynolds to not be Ryan Reynolds in everything that he's in. Like, once he was Deadpool, now everyone sees him as Deadpool instead of Ryan Reynolds. John Cena hasn't had that character breakthrough yet where people see him as, I mean, even Peacemaker. You could say Peacemaker, but not enough people saw Peacemaker to make that transition. But when you see Cena in the suit and the way he's talking, whatever, and you go, it's fucking John Cena. Like, you're having a great time.
I didn't.
All right, go ahead.
No, I didn't realize. I watched the trailer before I was going to watch it, and I didn't realize he was kind of playing like this oafish celebrity movie star version of a president.
He's not.
I thought it was going to be another action movie where it's like, oh God, he's just going to be running through things. No, he's an idiot. Like, he's kind of like thinks he can do things and he's not really.
Here's what's great about this. He has to do some action things. He's an actor who portrayed an action hero. It kind of borrows from Arnold Schwarzenegger being the governor.
Right.
But Arnold worked out. Arnold can fight. Arnold's not sitting there holding massive machine guns and shit like he did in Predator and what have you. But it's borrowing from that. Like, this guy is an internationally beloved action superstar. Gets caught up in a moment. A whole election happens. He gets voted in president. But he doesn't know how to do shit. He doesn't really know. He doesn't know how to put a clip in a gun. He doesn't know how to do all of this other stuff.
I saw that scene. He's like, "Let's do this," and then it falls out of the gun. Everyone's like,
"Right,
fucking idiot."
Idris Elba's grew up, went through the rankings, went into what is it, MI6 or whatever?
Yeah.
Their CIA went through the rankings when they became prime minister. John Cena got lucked in by a popularity vote. Can't do any of this shit where Idris Elba can actually do that stuff because he did it in real life. So every time there's a fight or whatever, they're all constantly pushing John Cena's head down, like, get out of the way, get down. He doesn't know how to hold things. They told him to try to grab a gun. He went and grabbed a gun, and he grabbed some kind of rifle. He grabbed the barrel, and his hands go crazy because it's hot. Yeah.
Because you've been shooting.
Yeah, you know how some of those things where they grab the barrel of the gun after he shot and they pull it back and they're fighting or whatever, hit him with the butt of the gun. They try to do that with him, and they made him the buffoon in all of this stuff. He grabs the gun, and his hand he starts screaming because his hand's burning from the barrel of the gun. Can't fight, can't do any of this stuff.
Well, this is why I like when they cast this way, because it plays against what you normally think he would be. Like,
right.
He's a wrestler. He's strong. He's muscular. You would think with Arnold Schwarzenegger, he only played the tough guy, the guy who could get things done. Cena's kind of going the other route.
Well, no, they switched up Schwarzenegger too. They did Twins. They did,
yeah, but they didn't do that until later. Like they had to do that.
Kindergarten Cop is one of my favorites. It's a terrible movie overall, but he's great.
Yeah, but he was still the tough guy. Like you've got Commando, you got
Detective John Kimball.
Yeah,
there is no bathroom.
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
I have a new Arnold song that I wanted to put in here, and I don't have it here. But remember the other Arnold song that we had?
I love that.
Where is it?
Which one was it?
Butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high. Take a look. It's in my book. Rainbow.
Yeah, I have a new song that I got to put in there. You're going to love. It's fantastic. So Heads of State. It's on Prime Video.
Yeah, Amazon.
John Cena, Idris Elba, fantastic movie. Go and watch that. The Sandman has season 2 out right now.
Yeah, I need to.
Well, part 1 of season 2, and I was like, you know what? It's been so long since I've read the stories.
2 years, like the last time the one came out,
something like that. It's been so long since I read the stories. It's been so long since I watched the show. I'm going to go back and watch the show. I have more of an appreciation for it this second time around watching season 1 than I did the first time. Like there was other things I picked up or like maybe I wasn't paying attention the last time I watched this, but I'm seeing it now. I'm almost done. I still have a couple episodes left of season 1 and then I'm going to cross into season 2. But rewatching Sandman on Netflix, fantastic. It was so good. It really is. Then I don't know why I have this happen, but every now and then, every few years, a video will show up and I go down the rabbit hole with studying North Korea. Why? So I can't tell you, but I went after last week's show while I was editing and cutting everything up because the process, when we're done, we go eat and do whatever. I wait for everything to render and download, and then I start doing all the edits. And the first thing that has to get done is the audio version for iHeart. It has to get up first thing. It has to be there by Friday morning, unless I give them a heads up for whatever reason.
Right.
Then doing the video. But it's not just posting the show anymore because we don't post a solid chunk of the show. It's now brought into 2 chunks. But then we got to pull the clips for the best of segments. Then we got to pull the smaller clips, which is self-imposed. I'm not complaining, but we've been putting those little tiny clips up on social media now, which I've been enjoying because it's just
fun.
Little snapshots of what we do. So there's a lot to do. And plus on Friday, the kid's not in school during the summer, and I got to figure out things for this kid to do during the day. So I'm taking her shopping. We're going out to the parks. So it's hard to get a turnaround of getting the videos up on Friday anymore because I don't have an editor. I got to do it myself, but life comes first in some cases. So I'm doing the editing and a video about North Korea pops up. And it's a British travel influencer. I forgot the guy's name. But this was a couple years ago that apparently North Korea opened their border up for tourism sometime in 2023. But they closed it after 2 weeks. They allowed people to come in and to go on these tours and stuff, these government guided tours.
Mm-hmm.
You fly into China, and then from China you fly into North Korea, and they're just showing you everything. And I'm looking through this, and then all of a sudden I'm watching other influencers that were in this travel group. I'm watching their videos from their perspective. They were all on the same trip, and they're talking to people, which I don't know how they got away with some of this. That like when they're down in the subway stations and stuff. The one subway station in the main capital there is just it's marble, it's artwork, it's clean, it's insane. It's too good for a country like that to look that well. They're talking to some people without the tour guides knowing, and they're kind of open until all of a sudden they see the phone on there, and then you see them. It's like a switch hits, and they go, "Yes, what's your favorite book? My favorite book is about our country." Like, that's not what they were just saying 10 seconds ago. Now they have pre-programmed things that they have to say, right?
It's Goodnight Moon, but Moon is a popular name here, so the book is completely different.
Yeah. So, oh, look, Frankie Bronson in the chat. Yeah, the British guy, I know him. He goes everywhere, went to the Ukraine. Yeah, that's the guy. If you can find out his name, please, I'd love to give him a plug. But there's a few other people like that do all these travel things. They go to really weird areas of the world. Mm-hmm. So I'm watching these tourist videos going through North Korea. Then pops up defected North Koreans reviewing things about America. Like they're in South Korea and they're being shown like they went through apparently there's a whole government program of it's like a rehabilitation program. Mm-hmm. If they manage to escape to get into South Korea or somewhere like that, they can't just go and live in that country. They don't know how to function. They don't know how the rest of the world works, right?
That would be weird.
Yeah, so it's insane because everything that they were told isn't almost all of it's not true. Like one of the things I saw was that not Kim Jong Un, his father, Kim Jong Il.
Hodge Bricks.
One of the him. One of the things that was to his credits is he invented the cheeseburger. That's one of his credits, that he invented the cheeseburger. So they're in South Korea. They're in these like rehabilitation centers. They're learning how to function. The Korean language is different on both sides, so they're trying to learn that. Plus, they're being taught English and how to function, how to it's essentially somebody you grabbed a caveman and brought them into the modern world. And they have no idea what majority of this shit is, right?
I'm just a simple caveman.
Your phones and your fancy lights and your Hello Kitty, that's scary to me.
Where does the sun go at night? Oh my God.
You know, we all just can't come here and listen to our favorite K-pop band. So they're going through all this stuff. They're showing them videos about what were you told about South Korea? What were you told about America? And they would tell you about what they were programmed through school, or if some of these people were some form of military or government agent. One guy was an what they called a I forget the exact title, but it was like a government officer. And their job was to watch the military. So they'd be in a group of 50 military personnel, and there'd be a handful of officers watching the military personnel. And these are not like military officers where you're watching the captains, the generals, and what have you. These are like secret police kind of officers. Nobody talks to these people if they come around because their job is to spy on you and to see if you're looking to defect or say something bad about the family, and then they go and make a report, and then you can get arrested and all that shit. So even the military is afraid of these people. But they're showing these videos of like, they're showing them the American land, air, and sea vehicles that our military has. They're showing you the weapons range. They're showing you about all this other shit. One guy was an air pilot. He was a captain air pilot for the Democratic People. I think it's called the Democratic something of Korea. Democratic People's something of Korea.
Yeah, the DPKR or something like that.
He's a captain in the Air Force.
Or the DRK.
And he's showing he's seen the vehicles. He never saw or knew about a stealth bomber. And they're showing what
to see it, Eric.
Yeah, they're showing this and what it can do. And he's like, we can't. He's like, there's no way we could defeat that. He's like,
anything that can do this.
He said once in a while, America would send an aircraft carrier through the Sea of Japan, close enough just to be within visual range of Korea. And all that does is it like makes the North Koreans edge. It's there when there's word of an aircraft carrier, they know higher ups in the royal family and some of the tiers of the government know what comes with an aircraft carrier. It's not just an aircraft carrier with the planes on it.
Like all we got is a giant fleet of jet skis that we'd send to America every.
An aircraft carrier shows up, has the planes on there, has destroyers and some other ships around him, has 2 to 3 submarines
just chilling
under. It's a squad that shows up. You only see the aircraft carrier. You don't see the other 8 vehicles, 8 ships and stuff that are around there. They know for a fact that if an aircraft carrier is within their range, they know that either war is about to happen and they're immediately ready to lose. So this captain of the that was in the North Korean Air Force is talking about they don't. It's like he didn't realize some of the aircraft carriers and the aircraft that the United States military has, that there's so many bases. They know a few bases located in South Korea, but did not know that they're all through Japan. They're all through the Philippines and all this like areas surrounding them. He's like, not like, oh my God, but he's explaining what they know and what they were told to what is actually being shown to them. This thing freaked me out. They don't fill the planes up fully with gas, with fuel. And the reason is they only fill up the planes with enough fuel to prevent them from flying past the border of North Korea. Because
So they can't leave.
No, there's some cases they were showing that some of these military people would go off to do the rounds and then would just punch it because they have these old-fashioned Russian MiGs. Mm-hmm. And they would just
Top Gun movie.
Yeah, like what would have been considered top technology in the 80s is considered like a jalopy now. But they would punch it and they would just, you can't do anything at that point. The other planes can't catch up to it and you can't shoot it down. So they would just hightail it to China or to Korea or somewhere. Or one story was they just flew out into the ocean until the thing was running out of fuel, sent out a distress thing so that other boats would find them. And that's how they were defecting. So they don't top off the planes. You only have enough to fly within the pattern they want you to fly or else you're going to crash. So that was way too long to talk about all this, but I went down this whole, and I still have stuff bookmarked that I'm watching. I'm fascinated by how terrible this place is. How terrible.
You are worthless, Eric Baldwin.
I know.
I just fucking want to watch Team America.
I have yet to find a video to see if anyone has asked or is like, does he know about Team America and did his dad see his character portrayal in Team America? I'm sure it's out there. I haven't found that yet.
The changing of the world is never over.
But that's what I've been watching. So movies, Sandman, and North Korean life videos.
It will be 9/11 times 2,356.
I'm Sharon Reed.
I'm
Sharon Reed.
You bricks. Come on.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
In theaters right now, we told you Superman. I don't think anything else is opening up this weekend. That's it. Over on the brand new, proudly renamed HBO Max that happened on July 9th, by the way. So it's now officially Max. We knew it was coming.
I know.
Because once it went black and white, it was like that. It has to go back to HBO.
We even said it was like, are they rebranding again?
Just
and then,
get rid of the Max part. No one gives a shit about Cinemax or anything to do with Cinemax.
Yeah, like I don't think they understand the part that we don't want.
Keep it as HBO. HBO has been a world brand for almost 50 years. When did HBO launch? 78, 80, somewhere in there?
Yeah, something like that.
Almost 50 years. Leave it as HBO. One step closer. Anyway, over on HBO Max, Impractical Jokers season 12 is available. It's on TBS on television. You can get the episodes on Max. Also, they have a deal with Hulu, so you can watch it all there. Mm-hmm. And then Back to the Frontier. What is that?
It's a story. It's like a reality type show. It's not like a game show, but it's a reality show of 3 different families that are tasked to live like they're living in 1850 or something like that. It's like one of those like, hey, I know you're from here. We're going to make you like churn your own butter. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those.
Do you remember that reality show CBS had that they got in a lot of trouble for, where they left kids in like the Wild West to build their own town and they would win gold bars? Huh?
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? No. By the way, our pal Chris is in the chat there. He says, hey, now Skinamax has been a thing since 1985. Yes, but nobody knows.
Yeah, but
anything.
Home box office was like a 78, 70, like it was late 70s, early 80s.
Look up a show called Kid Nation. We used to document this on Opie and Anthony every week. Kids, it was 40 kids put in the middle of nowhere, had to build their own town, had to learn how to form, dig for a well, pump their own water, take care of their own medical needs. And they had challenges where they would win gold bars. and they got in a lot of shit because this became a labor issue or something about the amount of time the kids were on television. They shouldn't be working that much. It was just a whole fucking thing for CBS. But if you can, 2007, wow, that was almost 20 years ago. Go and check out.
Old now.
Yeah, the kids were. I see Woodpit here saying, "How old were the kids?" The kids were ranging, I think, from like 8 to 14, and there was very minimal adult supervision for anything going on. So it could have turned into Lord of the Flies really quick, which I think would have been much better than what that show eventually became.
So hungry I could eat at Arby's.
Yeah, go look for that. Over on Disney Plus and Hulu, the Jaws at 50 documentary. It's part of the National Geographic side of Disney, but you can get it at both places. You go check that out. What is Drop? That's on Peacock.
It's a movie where a woman goes on a date with a guy and she's in a restaurant. Someone airdrops her a message saying, we're going to kill your family if you don't kill your date by the end of the night. So it's like one of those weird thriller movies. It lasted maybe 5 minutes in the theater.
Okay. Well, that's available. And then also on video on demand, you can go and suffer through Karate Kid's Legends like Jordan did.
Fight!
Coming out next week on Hulu, something beautiful. What is I didn't hear about this. Miley Cyrus?
Miley Cyrus, like, concert film or something like that. I've been seeing like weird, vague, like commercials about it. I don't even know fully what this is supposed to be.
Okay.
Yeah, it was weird.
And then next week in theaters, you've got Smurfs, yet another animated Smurfs. I didn't
know they were doing another Smurfs.
And the reboot of I Know What You Did Last Summer.
That's kind of, I don't know. I kind of want to see it just to see what they actually end up doing. But my next big thing is I'm definitely going to go see Fantastic Four. Very excited about that one.
All right. I got my ticket for that. Now for the entertainment news portion. Jordan, what do we have?
Speaking of HBO, Larry David is setting a return to HBO after his Curb Your Enthusiasm with an American history sketch comedy show that's being produced by the Obamas Higher Ground production company. He is reteaming with HBO to do a sketch comedy limited series about American history. He's writing the series with Jeff Schaffer, who was the showrunner, executive producer, and frequent director on Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's also going to star in... they're also going to star in a 6-episode series the Obamas Higher Ground will produce. I've sat across the table for some of the world's most difficult leaders and wrestled with some of the most intractable problems. Nothing has prepared me for working with Larry David, said former President Barack Obama. Along with David, the sketch series will feature a mix of some of Curb Your Enthusiasm actors and other guest stars, with exact casting details to be announced later. The official logline states, President and Mrs. Obama wanted to honor America's 250th anniversary and celebrate the unique history of our nation with this special occasion, but then Larry David called. So we're going to get kind of like a weird American history sketch show with Larry David, which I'm actually excited for. I like Larry David a lot, so should be interesting. Scrubs is getting a reboot. They were talking about it years ago. They had talked about getting Zach Braff.
They've never stopped doing Scrubs. All those T-Mobile commercials and everything else. It's just been going on since the show ended. They just moved it to different platforms.
I was listening for like the longest time. They did their
they had their own
Scrubs
spin-off.
Rewatch.
They had the Rewatch podcast. They had their own. They had their own spin-off too. Remember, it was a couple of them were running the medical school for the new.
They did. It was a lot. It was a season 9 that no one talks about because it was like, okay, let's kind of rebrand the show. Well, it kind of was. It was like they became the teachers of the medical school that Sacred Heart got demolished and they built on top of. But Zach Braff was in like maybe 3 episodes. They got a whole new character to come in and do stuff. And it was terrible. Like it was not good. And they got rid of it. And they don't like to talk about it all that much. Like, so they say that we did 8 seasons because the season 8 was ending like it ended. Like
why was Bill Lawrence not involved?
I don't know if Bill Lawrence was involved. And if he was, I think mainly it was Zach Braff just didn't want to do it anymore.
Gotcha.
So, but they're doing a Scrub reboot. ABC's got it seried to order, which means they're just going to make it. They're not going to do a pilot. They're not going to try to shop it. They're just going to make it. So that should be.
That's interesting. You said ABC, right? Because it was an NBC show, so ABC produced it.
I think it was ABC. Was it NBC?
Let me see. What network?
Maybe it was. I don't remember. Maybe it was NBC. Now you say it.
Yeah, it's produced and owned by ABC Studios, but aired on NBC.
Gotcha.
That was the same deal that when I went back to rewatch, and I haven't got past season 1, I got to go. I want my sister and other family members, one of my sisters and other family members, are obsessed with the Golden Girls. Like forever. They watch it anytime it's on Lifetime or reruns, they just sit down and watch, like how we are with The Simpsons, right? Mm-hmm. And I remembered liking the Golden Girls because my parents would watch it, and then Empty Nest, the spinoff that was on right after it. But some of the clips that you find, you forget how brutally funny that show was.
They're really funny.
Way funnier than that show should have been, and it was
ahead of its time.
Hilarious.
Tackling things that people normally would like, gay marriage and
right.
You know.
So I went back to go watch. I got to do it again. What I didn't know until I was rewatching it, because you'd see the slug lines at the beginning of the show. Mm-hmm. That sounded gross. Was the ABC moniker. So back then, ABC owns the Golden Girls. Everybody knows it with NBC, but ABC owns the production rights to the Golden Girls.
Was it like Viacom put it out, but like NBC aired it or something like that?
No,
ABC was Viacom, right?
No, or CBS became got bought up by Viacom.
Gotcha.
CBS is part of the Paramount fucking nightmare that's going on right now.
I know.
But ABC produced the show. NBC had the air rights for it. And you have that a lot where you have shows that are produced like a network, or they used to have, where they would get the rights to something and build it. And then if they didn't have a place for it on their schedule, they could shop it around to another network and make more money by selling it to whoever. So that was one of the things when ABC was still making its own television. But apparently they're doing it again now with Scrubs.
Yeah, so Scrubs is doing that, which is crazy because Bill Lawrence has a production deal, I think, with HBO Max and Warner Brothers, because he's doing another show. So like he's doing all that stuff. So it's kind of interesting that they're bringing that back. And like I said, went straight to order. Zach Braff's coming back, Donald Faison and Sarah Chalke are signed on for sure. I'm pretty sure they'll get a lot of people, because the guy who played the janitor went on to do a bunch of good stuff. And now, he's not doing anything. So
and the Roseanne reboot's done, so they don't need other Becky. She's free to do whatever she wants.
Exactly.
Chris in the chat saying, "Where's the reboot of MASH, where the camp is on the Gaza Strip? Hey, Hollywood, at least I'm trying." Yeah, I don't know if you could pull off a MASH now, but
I don't know. Alan Alda's the last member standing. We should bring him.
Oh my God, if you redid MASH somewhere else, and he's like the general running the war, he shows up. He's now Sherman T. Potter.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Go ahead.
Speaking of more of the same, The Office offshoot, The Paper, is coming out in September on Peacock. It's officially as a premiere date. The show will serve as a follow-up to The Office, which will debut its first 4 episodes September 4th, followed by 2 new episodes every Thursday through the end of September. The official logline, and when I say logline, it's just the description of the show. The documentary crew that immortalized Dunder Mifflin's Scranton branch is in search of a new subject when they discover a historic Midwestern newspaper and publisher trying to revive it. I think Domhnall Gleeson's in it. He was General Hux in the new Star Wars movies, redheaded. But I don't know of anybody else in the show. I knew it was coming. I don't know why we need it, but whatever.
Because like Chris said, everyone's saying they got to recycle everything and run out of ideas.
I just also don't understand what people really want, because there's that show on Peacock. I think it's Peacock, of the hospitals, like St. Vincent or something like that. It's like some new comedy. It's kind of the same thing, breaking the fourth wall.
Oh, yeah. I used to see ads on TV all the time.
Apparently people love that show. It's getting a second season. I watched 2 episodes and thought it was the most boring thing I've ever watched. And it's apparently everyone loved it. So
St. Dennis.
St. Dennis. I think it's boring. Like, it's not funny. I didn't like it. It's again, following the same Office mentality where it's like documentary, but you don't know like if they're really doing a documentary, but they're breaking that fourth wall. I don't think it's funny.
I'm looking. I don't know anybody in the cast here. I mean, that's great. It's David Alan Greer's in it.
David Alan Greer and Wendy McLovin. She was in
Reno, right?
Reno 911.
She was the blonde in Reno.
Yes.
Okay.
So
yeah.
You know her. But
I know her.
Everybody else is gonna.
David Alan Greer. All right. It might be. Look, I'm not I'm not opposed to them trying things. Like I'd rather see them try something like that than seeing the next story here where they're doing another Big Bang Theory spinoff.
Hey, look at that. Next story, Big Bang Theory spinoff. We're getting another one. This one's called Stuart Fails to Save the Universe. It's coming to HBO Max. Who cares? Like, I don't care. But what they're going to do is that this is the log line. Comic book store owner Stuart Bloom, who was played by some dumb idiot, Kevin Sussman, is tasked with restoring reality after he breaks a device built by Sheldon and Leonard, accidentally bringing about the multiverse Armageddon. Stuart is aided by his quest by his girlfriend Denise, geologist friend Bert, and quantum physicist all-around pain in the ass Barry Kripke. Along the way, they meet alternate versions of characters we've come to know and love from Big Bang Theory. Why are we still doing the same shit? But see, that Young Sheldon show went like 8 seasons and everyone loved it. But see,
the difference was it was almost all of it was continuity. They changed a couple of things, but almost all of it was continuity. It was a family unit. It was essentially the new way of doing a sitcom without the audience and the hacky jokes. Mm-hmm. It was a family piece thing on a network that families were sitting to watch, and they loved it, right? So it did well. They did a spin-off of that with the older brother.
Yeah,
and Emily Osment about having their kid, whatever. Marriage. They had their first, but no one talked about it. No one gives a shit about that one.
Yeah, completely forgot.
No one's going to care about this either.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Everyone loves that. That's another one of those shows where it's like I watched a couple episodes of it, and I just wasn't impressed, and never watched it, and then they went 8-9 seasons. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm wrong.
All right, moving on.
The Roadhouse 2. Guy Ritchie has exited as the director of Amazon's Roadhouse 2. They don't know who's going to replace him. It's the second director. The first director of the first movie dropped out because he was suing because they used AI to change a bunch of stuff, and it was a whole thing, and it went straight to Amazon instead of in the theater, which he agreed to. So they lost Louis Leterrier, and then they replaced him with Guy Ritchie, and now Guy Ritchie is out. They haven't said why. So let's see. Actually, no, it wasn't Louis Leterrier. It was Doug Liman. So, but yeah, so no possible replacement yet, but we're going to get part 2. We just don't know who's going to direct it. Murderbot, TV show on Apple Plus. I still haven't started watching it. I want to watch it. I'm glad I'm going to start because now they're getting a season 2. The Apple TV Plus ordered a second season of the series, which stars Alexander Skarsgård as a title character, a security robot who has to hide the fact that he's gained. Really? You haven't seen anything on it?
No.
So basically, he's a security robot who has to hide the fact that he has gained free will and guard its human clients on dangerous missions. But he just wants to be left alone and watch futuristic soap operas and figure out his place in the universe. Like it looks fun. I just haven't had time to watch it. They renewed it right before the season finale, July 11th. So they're getting a second season. I'm excited because like now it's a show that I want to watch, that I know I'm going to get more of, which I'm happy about. Which unfortunately leads me to my next thing, a show that I do want to watch that got canceled.
Yeah.
Josh Holloway got canceled by HBO Max. So it's a 1970s set action comedy starring Duster starring Josh Holloway as Duster. J.J. Abrams, I guess, produced it. Didn't know that.
It was a bad robot production.
Yeah, and it got great reviews. Everyone loved it. 92% from critics, 83% from audiences. But HBO did the Netflix bit and canceled it after one season. So I think I'll still watch it. I'm just now it's like I kind of don't care because I know however they end it, I'm not getting any more of it. So leading into more HBO stuff, the second season did not do well of this show. So the co-creator has exited The Last of Us. Neil Druckmann is leaving season 3 that's coming out. He says movie leaves Craig Mazin to do the whole show by himself for the third season. He's going to carry as co-creator and executive producer credit on the show. Second season did not do well. It declined in the ratings like a lot, and
people kept making fun of it. They don't like they don't like the actor who played the little girl.
Nope, don't like her at all.
And then
it's like a potato with a face on it.
That clip of "I'm going to be a dad" thing went everywhere and just caused so much negative publicity for that show.
I kept seeing cartoons where like every time the guy kept looking at the girl, her face was like her head would get bigger, but his face was smaller. And it's just she's so ridiculous looking in this show. And I don't want to.
And they were changing the story from the video game.
kind of.
Yeah.
Like they stuck to the story, but I think they should have drew out the big second episode issue and drew it out for the season, and then that's when you go into season 3. But apparently season 3 is going to deal a lot with the Abby character that no one likes, who is not the girl you're talking about. But he's left the show. He goes, I've made the difficult decision to step away from my creative involvement in The Last of Us on HBO. With work completed on season 2 and before any meaningful work starts on season 3, now is the right time for me to transition my complete focus to Naughty Dog, who put out the games, and its future products, including writing and directing our exciting next game, Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet, which sounds terrible, along with my responsibilities as studio head and head of creative. So he exited out. Who knows what's going to happen with season 3? I know they're doing a season 3. Where it goes from there, who knows? But season 2 dropped off big time in the ratings. So,
and that's one of those things too, when the casting isn't right, and you get the showrunners or actors or anybody involved with the project saying, yelling at the audience saying, what does it matter? Why is that such a focal point? Why do you care so much? You should stop caring. Who cares who's playing these roles? The people who bought the books, the people who played the games, the people who have been there since long before
your core audience.
You were long before you were attached to this project here. They were the ones that made this a success. And when they're telling you,
a huge example of that.
And whenever there's pushback for things, and they go, don't do that. Cast someone like it's supposed to be cast, and then you yell at the audience all the time. And the famous phrase, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Then you have so many. We have a good track record. You have so many instances where people stopped watching the stuff because you told the audience to pretty much go fuck themselves, or they don't know any better, or this isn't for you anymore. Those famous words too. If you don't like it, don't watch it. And then those projects fail and they get canceled, and then they start screaming at the same audience. Well, it's racism or sexism or it's whatever, review bombs. It's like people just didn't give it a chance. It's like, they told you from the beginning, they don't approve of the way you cast this thing. They don't like the direction you're going for season 3 here. Do something about it.
Like I said, Halo was a huge example of that, where they said, we have all this existing canon, we have all this lore, we have all these games, we have books, we have all this stuff to draw from, but we don't want to because we know better. And we're going to make this show where within 10 minutes, he's taking off his helmet, completely making it nothing like what you wanted. And we're going to just do our own thing because we know better. We're going to give you something you'll like.
Well, we're taking creative license. We're going to do all the...
It wasn't good.
I don't know. Look, I know everyone hated that actor, actress, whatever they're identifying as, playing... What's the girl's name? Pedro's daughter in Last of Us?
I forget.
Yeah, but playing that role, right?
She was terrible.
People didn't like her. They didn't. She doesn't look like the character. Then she sucks as an actor, whatever. In this thing, she was boring and dull. No one gave a shit. There was no audience connection with what was going on.
Right.
They do this shit all the time. Look what happened to Snow White. Failed miserably.
Sorry, it was Ellie. My hearing.
Right. So Snow White failed miserably. We're gonna see what happens now. I mean, it might have a chance to survive the new Harry Potter reboot that, again, Warner Brothers is doing. Everybody liked... Look, nobody had a problem with the American playing Dumbledore, with John Lithgow being... Was it John Lithgow?
Yeah, it was completely okay. Yeah, it's John Lithgow.
Yeah, it was John Lithgow being cast as Dumbledore, American actor. A non-British actor playing that role. Nobody had a problem with that. They had a problem with...
Black Snape.
With the race, yeah, Black Snape. Oh, we should do that like Black Suit's
Snape
coming.
Moan.
Oh, that's the adult spinoff. But I was talking about like Will Smith's Black Suit's coming, Black Snape coming.
Black Snape's coming.
That whole thing. They were like, that's not the character. There's nothing in the books that says what the character needs to look like. And then people kept posting photos of pages of the books and said, here's how it's described as how Snape looks. He's supposed to look sickly, pale, frail, all of this stuff because the evil that he used to be a part of drained him so much. He's not the same person. Well, that doesn't mean anything. It does. It's right there in the book telling you what the character looks like. Harry Potter may have a chance to skate all of that stuff, but it falls into the same lines of like, listen to the audience who made these properties successful. When they're saying we don't agree with that casting, maybe sit there and re-examine it and say, well, no, we're going to take a look and see. Not fuck you, I'm in charge of this project now. I'll do what I want.
Now, again, on the flip side, you can't always listen to the audience, only because this is why we get Zack Snyder's cut of the fucking Justice League movie.
But that turned out to be not true.
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
so that doesn't make
Snyderverse shit. And also, let's not always do everything. But like, it's still, it's not a property we need another thing of. Like, do something different. Like, you don't need Black Snake Moan. Like, you just don't need him in there. I'm sorry, and it's not because I don't want a black person cast in this role. It's because you're right. They have established that this is the character and how you do it. What they've done is we cast this guy because we think he can do a good job. But also, we're trying to push you far away from J.K. Rowling's trans phobia and all this shit. So if she's kind of a cunt, we got to move on and say, look, we're gonna course correct, even though she's gonna make $1 billion off of this.
Right.
It's the same reason why when the video game came out of the Hogwarts shit. Great game, but we know people that said, I can't support it because she's going to make money. Fuck off.
The game did not
make
flop.
money regardless.
The
No,
game
it's a
did not flop.
fantastic game.
I don't know if there's still word of mouth about it, but it sold enough to.
There is, because the Switch 2 is getting a version of it, which means now it's back in the news again. You know what I mean?
But it made its money back and then some. People were streaming it. People were playing it. People loved the game. Those normal things of like, well, because this side of thinking or politics or religion or whatever didn't like this, that automatically means that this is a failure and anybody supporting this has to be shunned and we have to ruin your life and we don't talk to you. Like that extremism shit on, you need to destroy everything is bullshit, because the other side does it too. We all do it. Like I wanted to feel good about myself and say I'm not going to eat Chick-fil-A, and then I realized their chicken sandwiches are fantastic, so I'll donate to fucking Gay Pride and eat a chicken sandwich. Thank you. You reminded me. I have to go there. They brought back the peach thing.
The peach shake.
Oh, I'm going there tomorrow.
Right. You hate monger.
Post-it note. Making a note. I will.
Bad.
I will. In all its sacrilegiousness.
All right, so let's round this out. We got The Bear. It's got renewed for season 5. That's a series that I have never started, and I've heard so many good things. But they are getting a 5th season. The 5th final episode of this last season was titled Goodbye, but it's actually not going to be. 5th season's coming. I'm trying to think. Probably due sometime in 2026. I hear it's great. I just haven't watched it, but we'll see. Oh, and then to finish
real quick. Sorry about that. This was the thing I was talking about. The Pedro Pascal popcorn holder.
Okay.
I'll try to find a better thing.
Hugging the popcorn.
But it's his face. Like if you zoom in on it, it's his face. It's just the action figure with the arm stretched out, making a circle. It's just a holder. So it's like you're not sitting at the seat with this, and you're not going to have the popcorn bucket at home. So what's the point? Imagine having that on your shelf, and it's just him with a big circle for an arm, and you're like, what's going on?
There's going to be a lot of people going to take that Dune popcorn bucket, stick it right in there, and just have at it.
Look at you, always thinking.
Anyway, always thinking of the gayest way to do things. All right. Anyway, and the last thing I'm going to report on here is National Treasure 3 is finally going to happen. According to new reports, it looks like National Treasure 3 is finally underway. Chris Bremner is tasked to write the movie script. He is best known for previously writing Bad Boys for Life and Bad Boys Ride or Die, both movies that I don't feel like needed to happen, but they were entertaining enough to make $1 billion. So good for them. $800 million between the two of them. National Treasure Edge of History was a television series on Disney Plus, and it was terrible. It was just boring. It was dumb. I did not like it. Had nothing to do with Nicolas Cage. They tried to be inclusive and it just didn't work. Hopefully they'll never do something like that again. But there's not a lot of details, but social media has been going crazy over the news, and it looks like we're finally going to get a National Treasure 3. I don't know why they never did it. The last one that came
I
out,
enjoyed those movies.
I watch them every year. I want to steal national things because of it. Like the first one was great. The second one made more money than the first one, they just decided to be done.
Who was the glasses was it Benjamin Franklin who figured out how to make 3D glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they had all of them, and you can see stuff on the $100 bill. I love those movies.
They're
fun.
Too.
So yeah, we're getting a National Treasure 3.
All right.
So that's it for now.
And as we wrap up, super agent, Hollywood agent Rob Stark saying, I worry that you're overlooking new episodes of Always Sunny.
Just haven't gotten to them yet.
I haven't watched Always Sunny. I got to catch up on several seasons. Not that I don't think the show's good. It is fantastic. It's one of those shows that you forget is on, and then I don't watch it. So I have to do that. Plus I have to finish the new season of Welcome to Wrexham. I'm 2 episodes in.
They're doing a spinoff of Welcome to Wrexham, of another franchise, and I need to get more details on it, so we'll talk about it next week. But yeah, that's a thing that I did not know would need a spinoff, but they're doing one.
It's called Welcome to Newark, about the New York Metro Stars. Is that what they're going to do? Or the Red Bull? I forgot. It's not the Metro Stars anymore. They were rebranded to the Red Bulls.
Yeah. For a while, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're getting another one of those.
This is ham soaked in rum. It is loaded with booze. Where's the rum ham? Ah, rum ham!
Did I ever tell you I have a fun bit that I do during holidays?
Rip shit on ham.
Yeah.
That I instituted with me and my daughter, where we call "You've Been Hammed," where it's like trying to hide bits of ham from our Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner into other things. So it's like, hey, do you want a muffin? And they bite into the muffin. There's like a piece of ham on the inside, and you have to yell, "You've been hammed." We do it to each other all the time. It's the best fucking tradition that I've started.
That sounds terrible.
It's fantastic.
You sound like a really horrible father.
She put it in one of my
rip shit on ham.
Yeah.
It's called Club Nexica, a Mexican football team co-owned by Ryan Reynolds, Rob McElhenney, and Ava Longoria. So it's going to be a spinoff to Welcome to Wrexham.
Okay, terrific.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And with that, we need to go and do the plugs before we get out of here. Jordan, as always, our nation's eyes are turned to you.
You can find me on X, Instagram, Blue Sky.
No one's using Blue Sky. I've tried.
Well, you can find me there. I just won't do anything.
I've tried. That and Threads. No one gives a shit.
No one cares about Thread. At Jinx Ronan, Twitch at Jinx Ronan 79. If you want to go to Twitch, use your Amazon subscription to subscribe to our show. It's Eric Nagel on Twitch. You can do that on a monthly basis. Get a free subscription. Helps the show out. And costs you nothing extra.
All right. Well done. For me and everything on the show here at It's Eric Nagel across the board on all social medias. If you're listening on the iHeartRadio app, do us a kindness. Put us in the #1 position for the precepts. It does help out the show. If you're over on Apple, Spotify, any of those fine locations that you get the program, go over there and do us a kindness. Leave us a positive review. It does help out the program. And don't lie, because I'll know. If you go over to YouTube or into Twitch, you can subscribe over there. It's free. Hit the notifications, lets you know when we are live. And if you just want to watch this whenever you're damn good and ready, that's fair too. The YouTube channel has everything that you could use to want, to need, the full episodes, best of clips, all kinds of stuff available on our YouTube channel. And I think that's it. We are done. We caught everything. Yeah, we did.
We did.
All right. And let me get this ready. There we go. Until the next time, everybody.
Be excellent to each other.
We'll be seeing you.
It's Eric Nagel.
I would like to thank God Almighty for giving everybody so much and me so little. I hate you. I hate you. I don't even know you, and I hate your guts. I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else but you.
Alas, we're out of time.
Follow It's Eric Nagel on social media platforms. For ways to watch and listen to the show, or join us for the live shows, head over to itsericnagel.com. Yo, and remember to tell 2 friends, so they can tell 2 friends, and they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends. You get the idea.
Keep it real, homies.